Greetings everybody, Black Show here, welcome to another series on my channel, called Ashes of Singularity Escalation. This is another one of those like grand scale, like big scale real-time strategies, similar to like Total Commander or Supreme Commander or Planetary Annihilation, something along those lines. And I wanted to, for this episode, just go with basic tutorials, or other tutorials, and then afterwards in future episodes we're gonna go with, campaign, maybe skirmishes, maybe multiplayer, but probably not. So let's get to it.
Welcome to Ashes of the Singularity Escalation. This is your Nexus. It is the hub of all your economy. If it's destroyed, so are you. This is bad. Try to avoid this. The Nexus also creates engineers, which are vital for base building. Your Nexus will always start near some metal deposits. These generate a small amount of income, and metal extractors can be built to increase yield. Using your engineer, build a metal extractor over the metal deposits.
Yeah, it's very similar to Supreme Commander. If you played any of those games I mentioned, then you will feel like at home. And I'm playing at normal preset, and FPS is like 45.
Congratulations, you've just made your first step towards conquering the galaxy. In the top left corner of the screen is the resource panel. This displays current resource stockpiles, storage, and income per second. Metal will automatically flow into your stockpile until you reach maximum storage. Once that happens, any additional income will be wasted. As your income increases, you will need to ramp up your production and spending to compensate. To start spending metal, build a factory in order to produce frigates. For the purpose of this tutorial, build and capture speed have been increased.
Okay, so we only
Factory
care about
completed.
metal.
Time to start producing some brutes. Production structures such as the factory can be set to repeat build queue. This allows it to endlessly produce new units as long as you have the resources to support it. This will be enough brutes to get some work done. Send them to capture the generator to the west. Generators are defended by neutral units called creeps. Creeps must first be cleared before it can be captured. Well done. Now that you have this generator, you will gain income from the nearby deposits, especially after building metal extractors. You're currently gaining metal, but not any radioactives. This is a radioactives region. Capture the generator with brutes and build a radioactives extractor on the deposits.
Right.
Nice work. The more extractors you build, the more income you will gain.
But so far, UI feels okay.
This is a radioactives region. capture the generator with brutes, and build a radioactives extractor on the deposits. Now that you have both metal and radioactives income, it's worth investing in cruisers. Build an armory with an engineer. While your armory is building, it can be assigned a rally point. This allows newly built units to automatically move to the front. Select the armory and you'll see a wide range of available cruisers. Each cruiser has a specific role to play in the counter system by being specialized against a particular unit type. Hovering over the build icon presents a tooltip which explains the role of each unit. Building a mixed unit composition and adapting it to counter your opponent is vital. There's one more kind of region which we haven't yet mentioned. This is a Turinium generator. When held long enough, a critical mass of Turinium will result in victory. Turinium is only acquired when holding more generators than your opponents, and capturing multiple Turinium generators will increase the rate of accumulation. Turinium generators are well defended with creeps. Zeus cruisers are ideal for clearing them, but enough frigates will also get the job done. Send some forces to capture it now. Well done. At the top of the screen, you'll see the progress towards critical mass of Turinium. Each Turinium generator held also increases metal and radioactives income by 10%. As your army grows, you will need to increase your logistics capability. Logistics acts as a population limit that must be increased to sustain larger armies. If you reach your maximum capacity, you will be unable to produce new units. Logistics is displayed at the top of the resource panel. It shows your current amount, a maximum, and a plus symbol to quickly increase it. We've sent you a dreadnought to cap your logistics. Upgrade your capacity now. Good. Upgrading logistics costs a third resource called Quanta. You will not be able to upgrade it again until you have more. Quanta is generated from quantum relays, which are built with your engineers. Build one now. Here's some additional engineers. Using multiple engineers to build a structure will reduce construction time. Logistics is just one of many quantum upgrades. Open up the quantum upgrade panel and you'll see a range of economic and combat upgrades. Quantum upgrades can be applied infinitely, but ramp up in price each time they are used. We're sending you some additional quanta. Upgrade your weapons damage. Building quantum relays and upgrading your forces can be a great way of getting an edge over your opponents. Capturing this next generator could be a challenge due to being on a plateau. Your forces will take damage for some time before they're able to ascend the high ground and sight their enemies. Unless you have a large numbers advantage, it's worth revealing the high ground with air units and orbital scan or radar. We're sending in a scout plane. Notice how the artillery cruisers are able to safely engage the enemy defenses, so long as they have vision on their targets. While base defenses can be countered, they are a valuable tool for defending regions. Similar to units, base defenses have roles and specific targets they excel against. Certain base defenses can also upgrade to more powerful variants. Use an engineer to build a Smarty system and a constable near the radioactive generator. Remember, hold down shift to queue up one structure after the other. Your radioactives region is under attack. Your defenses will deflect this small raid. Air units cannot be targeted by most weaponry. Specific anti-air weaponry is required to combat air. Their fast speed and ability to fly over terrain makes them ideal for harassment and reconnaissance. Build a Sky Factory, then produce a Fury Squadron. Furies are deadly against bombers but can't attack ground targets. Here comes another Hades bomber squad. Destroy them with your Furies.
Our Nexus is under attack.
By now you'll have generated some Quanta from that orbital relay. Quanta can also be spent on orbital abilities which are utility and offensive support powers. Open up the orbital ability panel and you'll see a range of abilities ranging from economic bonuses to an orbital strike. To use an ability, click on the icon, then select an area on the map or a target depending on the type of ability. If an orbital ability is grayed out, you either don't have the required structure or enough Quanta to use it. Here's some more Quanta and all the required structures. There's a group of enemy units hidden here beneath the fog of war. Reveal them with the sensor sweep, then place an offensive orbital to destroy them. Enemy units destroyed. Well done. Orbital abilities can also be blocked in certain areas due to orbital jamming. This is your opponent's base. Try to cast an ability and observe the red circle with the jammed display. We've sent some strategic bombers to your Nexus. These deliver a devastating payload with a wide area of effect. Use them to destroy the orbital nullifier, and you'll be able to use orbitals in this area. Jammer destroyed, well done. Now you can decimate your opponent's base with Orbital Strike. Destroy your opponent's Nexus, or acquire critical mass of Pterinium to complete this mission.
enemy nexus has been destroyed.
Alright, that was fun. Then we might as well go for advanced tutorial.
Welcome to the advanced tutorial. This will teach you more advanced concepts about managing your economy, production, and units. Let's start with economy. In the basic tutorial, you learned about capturing regions and building extractors, but there's more to it than that. Resource regions need to be connected back to your nexus. Look at the minimap and you'll notice lines connecting each region. If those regions do not pass through owned territory, it will not provide any income until connected. Harassing your opponent's cutoffs to disrupt supply lines is a powerful strategy. This would be a great location to cut off your opponent's supply lines. Use this air scout to reveal the area, then call down sentries or an incursion to capture the region. Well done, this will weaken your enemy's income and their ability to produce an army. However, you can expect them to try and take it back. Notice how the region you just captured is now flashing on the minimap. This indicates the region is not connected back to your nexus. Not all resource regions are created equal. This radioactive region contains 3 deposits, while the one below it only has 1. Prioritizing more rich regions becomes especially important when upgrading them with advanced economy structures. There's multiple ways to increase income beyond extractors. Most significant are amplifiers. Amplifiers can be built on a generator to increase region output by 50%. The optimized orbital then doubles that effect. Refineries can also be built on a region to further increase income. They're less efficient than amplifiers, but not limited in numbers. Selecting a generator or extractor will tell you the amount of income it's granting. Economy upgrades are heavy investments, so make sure you're able to defend them. To better respond to enemy actions, radar provides warning about enemy movements. Build a sensor array in the targeted area. As you can see, there are now dots in the fog of war. This indicates enemy activity. Units and structures can engage radar contacts. Notice how your artillery is now engaging the enemy through the fog of war. The Hermes Scout Frigate and Pan Scout Plane also provide radar coverage and boast a large sight range with high mobility. There's a few techniques to streamline the management of your forces on the large battlefield. Using the mouse wheel, zoom out to the strategic zoom. This gives you a wide view of the map to observe the battlefield and issue orders. Select a group of units and press V to assign them to an army. Units assigned in an army automatically take formation and maintain it as they move around. Selecting and issuing orders to any unit will apply it to the entire army. To break up an army, select it and press B. Armies can also receive bonuses when led by a dreadnought. Reinforcements can be ordered directly to an army to maintain its integrity. Select an army and you'll see a range of units that can be sent as reinforcements. Choose some units you'd like to add to the army. They'll automatically be produced from an existing factory, sent over and join the army. A Charon cruiser can speed up this process. If a Charon is present in an army, reinforcements will be teleported after being produced. Here's a Charon and some other cruisers. Call in some reinforcement medics. Well done, medics will now provide healing to your cruisers. Armies work best when being led by a dreadnought. Dreadnoughts are a class beyond cruisers and many times more powerful. They have high amounts of armor, which makes them resistant to standard weaponry. To counter them, you should build armor-piercing units such as the Nemesis.
Enemy dreadnought destroyed.
During combat, dreadnoughts can level up, each time unlocking a new upgrade for the player to select. These include unlocking new weapons, defensive improvements, buffing units in their army, or one-off repair. There's still a class of units beyond the dreadnought. Juggernauts are the ultimate late game weapon, and boy are they powerful. This is the Agamemnon. Notice how easily it annihilates this army. Each time Juggernauts level up, they automatically receive a small bonus to health and damage. Unlike Dreadnoughts, there's no limit to how many times they can level up. However, Juggernauts are not unkillable, they still have strengths and weaknesses. The Agamemnon, for example, is weak against multiple Dreadnoughts due to lacking armor piercing. Juggernauts are also the only units to cost Quanta, so make sure you have enough quantum relays to support them. Dreadnoughts and Juggernauts cost a substantial amount of resources, so building them can take some time. To speed up build time, engineers can boost any production structure. Select an engineer and right-click on a factory. Multiple engineers can boost a structure to further increase build speed. The resource drain will increase to match production speed, but the overall cost will remain the same. To make way for the production of high-tier units, management of production is required. If too much resources are being spent simultaneously, your production will grind to a halt. While a dreadnought or juggernaut is being produced, you may want to delay production of frigates and cruisers. On every production structure is the pause button, which will halt whatever is being built until you resume it. You can also right-click on the unit build icons to remove them from the production queue. Changing the units you're producing is a valuable skill. You'll often want to adjust your composition to counter your enemies. If you detect an army of frigates, you may want to pause production of Athenas in favour of Zeus cruisers. Production also needs to be adjusted depending on the amounts of each resources you're receiving. If you're running out of radioactives, build more frigates. If you have an excess, build more quantum relays or amplifiers. So that's it, you've now learnt how to play this video game. However, PHC is only one faction. Playing as Substrate presents another challenge. Good luck and have fun.
Alright, so especially that army bit was really helpful. Yeah, that was it for a basic episode. I'm just saying I might be playing with Trainer, most likely. Just don't hate me for that. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.